I got the whole gang here on video, guys. My name is David.
David.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time out there. We're going to record everything on the video.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. You guys, have you ever been on a helicopter before?
No, the first time.
First time?
Yes.
First time.
Okay, all right. Are you guys all on the cruise ship?
No.
No? Okay, good. I'll show you some cool places to explore then. Because once they're on the cruise ship, they're not able to really drive around. There's a lot of cool spots, you know. I'll show you. We're gonna, I'm gonna get clear of the airspace, so just sit back and relax.
I expect you to die.
There's not much in the way of traffic, so I'll go ahead and turn the microphones on, and I might get interrupted here or there, but for the most part, we're clear. So what we're looking at right now is, well, we just passed a bunch of macadamia nuts, and then we're looking up towards the old sugar mill down here. All the agriculture here used to be pure sugarcane, huge sugarcane factories. Several mills all over the island, but no longer growing cane. Someone has to stuck their finger on the mic there. Could you guys find your mics and then make sure your finger's on?
Yep, mic is on.
Okay, turn off.
Good.
Let's see.
Is it good?
No, something's on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, there you go. All right. So when you're not using the mic, you don't want to press the button. So, in any case, we're growing all sorts of other kinds of crops out here now, and yeah, I mean, we grow everything from cabbage, spinach, onions, coffee, corn, papaya, mangoes, grapes, strawberries, beautiful flowers, orchids. Orchids do really well out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb and get some altitude. We're going to climb over this town here, and then once we get on the other side, we're going to descend. We're going to head out towards the west, towards we're gonna go see what we can find up there in the flows from about 2 years ago. Now this is a little town called Ainaloa. This is the biggest town on this side other than Hilo. And then as we go farther south on the highway, everything it kind of it's real sporadic with little towns. And of course, as we go farther south, it gets closer to the zone of lava. So not many people really wanting to build out this far. Well, I mean, now it's changed a lot of things. This last activity that happened. Where are we all visiting from?
California.
All right. What part of California?
Roseville, next to Sacramento.
Sacramento. Okay. Nice. And where are you from?
We're from China, Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. All right.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I also live in California.
We went to California this summer.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Disneyland?
Yes, this
Yeah.
August.
Yeah.
California, the highway number 1.
Oh
Very
yeah.
beautiful.
Oh yeah. Pacific Coast Highway.
Where do you live in California, David?
I live in a little town called Alhambra, California. But my normal job is I fight fires. So I was up your way and all.
Oh, and Cobb Fire?
I was on all of them. I can't even remember half of them. I'm based out of Ramona, California, which is just north of San Diego. But we were all the way up in Alturas, Chester, Truckee,
Yes.
all over the place fighting these fires. So they released me in December, and I usually come out here and fly for a couple months, just relax, enjoy it.
We had the smoke from the fire, Cobb Fire.
Yep.
We were told not to go outside for about a week. Couldn't breathe the air.
No, I know, it's horrible. When I go on really bad fires, I drop water, right? So we go in there, we go into these, and then man, I get a bad cough for a while. It's because a lot of that stuff is so toxic. So those homes, I mean, you're talking nasty stuff, man. But breathing the fresh air now.
How many pilots actually came from Hawaii for the fighting fires in California?
No, none. I'm the only. I used to live on Maui for 20 years, and so I know I have a good relationship with Blue, and they let me come and go as I need or want, but they don't let any. I'm the only guy that does that, which is really nice of them.
My boss's brother actually flies with the helicopter company in Maui.
Oh yeah. I wonder if it's anybody I know. Because like I said, I lived on there for 20 years.
Company name was Windward Aviation.
Oh yeah, the Yellowbirds, Windward, Don Shear. Yep, I know those guys. The ground down here is very wet. It's very sponge-like, right? And so we don't, even though it rains a lot, we don't see a lot of runoff. It really just absorbs it, pulls it. You can see the Pahora flow over here. And we're going to trace this up.
Are the other planes following you?
I was the first one out. Yeah, so they're behind me. I always try to run it that way. I like to get out ahead of everybody. So, but we're going to see a lot. When we start coming back, we're going to see a lot of guys. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Yeah, I start off in the morning. I try to be the first one out, and then after lunch, I try to be the first one out. It's just more comfortable. You get more time to talk, and yeah, nice. Right now, we're out here by ourselves. Hopefully,
Did you fly military?
I didn't. You know, I started flying out of a town called a little city called El Monte when I was about 15 years old. start flying airplanes.
Is that the fresh lava flow below us?
This is actually not fresh, but it's. We're going to check out the more recent stuff. That was, I think, 1990. This vent is directly fed from Kilauea, and it's called Pu'u'o'o.
When did it stop activity?
It stopped last August. See, we still got some smoke coming out of it, though.
I've seen some little stations set up in different locations. Are those some sort of monitoring activity?
Oh, yeah, they're monitoring it, all right. There were scientists up here when the bottom of this thing dropped out. It's getting a 4.5 shaker down there. You can see it all over monitoring equipment. There used to be skylights right here. Yeah, you'll see all sorts of markings too, because 2 years ago the lava was flowing in this area in a lava tube, right? It was just making its way down, and they marked both sides of the tube with these big white X's. You see all the heat still coming off.
Since you guys are up here in the air so often, are you guys usually the first to spot new activity?
We used to spot. What was it? Spot what?
Since you guys are flying up here like daily, do you usually spot new activity first?
Actually, yeah. When it's really remote or slight, usually one of the helicopter pilots will find it. Again, it's such a vast area, and there's not people walking around out here, you know. And other than cameras, which are not very reliable out here with this kind of weather, I mean, you don't get a great view of it. Yeah, we spot a lot of stuff. You can see how the lava poured out of that vent for 35 years. Just took out all the rainforest. There was some small towns down here, like there was one down here. And there's a story about a guy that his name was Jack. He didn't want to leave. And he stayed with his house until his house actually burnt down. And then he received help by a helicopter. Helicopter flew him out, but you can see the old road that used to go through here. Yeah, it's a spectacular shoreline, huh? This road was reconstructed just not too long ago. I think the lava covered it, so and they just kind of run it over.
Horizon has been defeated by the pirates of the new age. Alien cause
The road is still open, David?
You know what? It is blocked off up ahead. Only they opened it because we had that ocean entry where the lava 2 years ago was shooting out of the cliff line into the ocean, and they shut it down now. Just only open to the local residents.
strings between the cans, but no print can come from fingers if machines.
This is a town over here called Kalapana that has burnt down 3 times in its history.
Until the drilling goes too far. Things can go bad and make you wanna run away, but as we grow older,
we have humpback whales that visit us from Alaska that come out to the northern edge of the islands. They come to the warmer water to give birth. It's pretty amazing if we spot one there. It's pretty cool to see from the air. So I'm always constantly looking, but we're looking for any kind of when they exhale, you see that mist floating up there.
All the smoke on the left from the new activity?
Right, that's what they call Fissure 8. It starts way a little bit farther up there in the green, and we're gonna fly over it here in just a moment. Well, not that, but we're gonna be right over the big lava flow. But you can see how it made its way down, and it really just exploded. It was. The footage that I saw was quite spectacular.
Did it catch people, or did they have time to get away?
No, what happened was the equipment and the scientists and geologists all knew something was going to happen, so they put a warning out 4 days in advance. And but the problem is they can put out a warning, but where specifically is it going to happen? That's can't really say. And so what was happening was the neighborhood up there. There was people just noticing things were not right. You know, things started to crack, the foundation started to shift, and then pretty soon the cracks got bigger, and they're like, "We got to get out of here." And they went door to door telling everybody, "We got to get out of here." Everybody left. Nobody got hurt. Now this is a new black sand beach here. It was a boat ramp. This was a boat ramp, and then the lava started hitting the water and started creating sand, lots of sand. And now the current washed the sand into that boat ramp, and so they figure, well, shoot, the boat ramp isn't any good anymore, and they have all the facilities there. They have bathrooms and picnic tables and parking, so they just made it a beach park. And it's probably the best, it is the best black sand beach I've ever seen on all the islands. And I didn't know that it could be made that quickly. Normally, white sand beaches takes a lot of coral to break down. It's over thousands and thousands of years. This happened in 3 months. And I didn't know anything about that. I was like, oh, wow.
They let people to swim there now yet, or is it still too dangerous?
No. It's all good. Yeah, it's open. No, this area is not. We can obviously see the heat coming off, but that corner is fine. This is all unstable, you guys. This is where 700 homes burned down here.
I'm seeing some spots that are white and yellow. Is that sulfur?
Yep, sulfur. I mean, it's just like you go there, it really stinks, man. You don't want to be breathing that stuff in. Now this was full of water. This is Green Lake, we called it. And I guess what they said is when the lava came and wrapped around it, it touched the water and started to evaporate it, and about, they said within 30 minutes, it was all gone.
That smoke on our right, is that correct?
Oh yeah, that's heat. That's a whole lot of heat coming off there. That's 15 to 18 feet of lava rock that still has not cooled underneath. Just like in a cake, right? The top will cool, but the interior temperature is still. You can see if you look behind this crater, you'll see the only house that survived. It's got a green roof over there. really super, super hot down there. That's even like a ditch. You can see some homes. Again, I think one of them might have made it, but there's no access, there's no services, there's no plumbing, there's no, no access road either. You can see the cars parked on that dead-end road because of the lava. There's a hiking trail across the lava, and then you can get onto this road and hike out to the lighthouse, and then right off to my right is the black sand beach that nobody really knows too much about. There's a few people sometimes, but not a lot. And really, Richard, there's not much in the way of swimming out here. It's just too dangerous. The waves are too big, but you can enjoy the sand on your feet and get your feet wet.
Few people living there.
Yeah, just a few. Very few. Like I said, this very prone area for
David, how fast does this little bird fly?
Right now, let's see what we're doing here. We're doing about 21 miles. We're cruising. Actually. Actually, we're doing now. We picked it up a little bit. It looks like we got 131 knots on the ground speed, so we're doing about close to 140. Doesn't feel like it, but now we got all the power pulled in. We're just kind of cruising here. We're gonna head over where we can see some waterfalls. Get out of this rain. Clears up out here. It's getting too rainy. So, are you folks staying on the Hilo side, or are you staying on the Kona side?
We're on the Kona side.
Okay. Did you drive around, or did you come over the saddle?
We drove across by Mauna Kea.
Okay, you drew the saddle road, yeah. Just be careful when you go home. It gets dark, and then also with weather, rain, and limited visibility, you got to be real careful. And I think they drive super fast across that road.
Would you recommend taking the north route instead?
It depends on how comfortable you're feeling and driving in weather. Because right now I don't know if it's raining on top, but it's raining on the way up. Definitely can see, and when it gets dark, it can be challenging, especially if fog rolls in. But going around doesn't take much longer. You have to cut across and go up to Waimea and then come back down towards Waikoloa. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm a California kid, man. I can't drive in weather. I don't know how. I went to Washington to visit my son, Seattle, and I took Uber the whole time. I was like, I ain't driving through this stuff.
Well, I used to deliver parts up to Reno from Sacramento, so I used to drive through blizzards
Oh.
With the snow on the ground.
Yeah. Well, then you're good, man.
A little rain's okay.
Yeah, a little rain's okay. Just watch out for the temperatures. Notice the temperatures, because you don't want it to ice up. Yeah. I mean, that thing's up at 9,000 feet. I'll be right back with you guys. Let me call approach real quick. I like how the black sand, the white sand mixes it in with the blue right there. Kind of pretty. Yeah, we're going to head over to the northwest side. There's a really nice waterfall just on the shoreline over here. Yeah, the saddle road takes off from here, goes up and over.
That's the road we take going back to Saddle Road?
Yep, right up and over. And once you clear the top of the clouds, you get to see the top of, you'll see Mauna Kea. We have up at the top of this volcano Mauna Kea, we have a bunch of telescopes that are owned by NASA, the Air Force, the University of Hawaii. And it's actually the best place in the world on top of Mauna Kea and on top of Haleakala on Maui are the two best places in the world to view the stars from. I've been flying for 35 years, you know, and people think this is funny, but I seriously feel 100% more confident and better when I'm flying rather than driving. Because like I said, I don't have to come here and fly, but I enjoy the heck out of it down here.
You do have a lot more freedom up here.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just awesome.
That's a big ship we just passed. That's one of the tour boats, I presume.
Yeah, that one actually, it's based out of Oahu. So everybody, whoever wants to go on it, flies into Oahu. And then they get you on the ship, and then it just island hops. It doesn't leave the islands.
Gotcha, I understand.
Yeah, and I mean, today we had I probably had 6 tours from that ship alone. Yeah. And everybody I've talked to, I really haven't heard any negative comments at all. Like, are you guys having a good time? How's that working out? They're like, no, it's great.
What does that take, about 2 weeks to hit all the islands, approximately?
You know what? I don't know. I don't think they go that long. I don't think the tours are that long. I think they're probably like 5 days. They only go to, they only go to, they leave Oahu, they go to Maui, they go to Hilo, and then I think they go to Kona. I'm not positive about that. And then they head back.
What's the line of green I'm seeing down here on the right in the water?
Right. Well, this morning it wasn't that bad. What's happening is, you see all this land up here? That used to be all sugarcane, right? They cleared the forest out, and now that there's nothing planted, the erosion is really, really bad. So when it rains like it has been, the rainwater comes down and brings a lot of that red dirt, and then the red dirt mixes in, and then you have this. But the bad thing about that is that it smothers the reef, and it's not good for the reef. So that's they got to plant some stuff up there. That's what they need to do. We're looking at a nice Onamea Falls here. You can see this one all the way up to the road. And this is the road you'd take if you wanted to drive all the way around. You can see the falls just below the road there.
Is that the botanical gardens on the right too?
I don't think so. This is a place called Onamea Falls, or Onamea Bay.
just a rock wall that they put here for the harbor?
Yeah, that's the breakwater. Today the waves are starting to pick up, but normally it's very violent here. I mean, I'm talking the waves crashing over and then shooting up and then falling over, and it just keeps it calm in here so that the cargo ships could get in for one, because all our fuel, our gas, our Jet A, all that comes in by barge from Oahu. So yeah, we're very dependent. Well, Hilo is very dependent on this harbor. So you can see how much smoother it is out here.
In Honolulu, you know, David, they've been throwing up all these big condo buildings. Have they done much of that here on this island?
No, nothing. No, there's not a whole lot of building going on here. It's a very calm place. It's very quiet, and you gotta like the rain. You know, 300 inches of rain. It doesn't. All right, you guys. I want to thank you all for flying with us here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job. Is this your last flight of the day?
Yeah, that's my last flight of the day. Thank you again, flying for us. Have a great New Year. Say bye to the camera. Aloha. All right.